Awesome. Well, everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining us for our April show and tell. We've got a short demo meeting today. We got a lot of folks who are out enjoying the holiday, so I'm very jealous of them. So, Kumar, why don't you take it away? I'm excited about the UI for the add-ons code manager.
Sure. Is that you? Why am I?
Because the US,
Must be Easter.
yeah, it's Easter.
Right. All right. Yeah, so I have another demo of the add-ons code manager app that we showed, Will showed last time. So this is a tool for the add-on reviewers to use when they're trying to review add-on code. So this is a view you might see when you first load up an add-on. It'll show the default to the manifest.json file, and you can see a list of all the different folders and files in the add-on on the left. And you'll notice here at the top that we have some messages about this file that are linter warnings, and these are just some notices and warnings that the reviewers can use to help them kind of figure out things that they might need to look at in more detail when they're deciding whether or not to pull, to reject an add-on or something like that. And what I wanted to show is if I scroll down here, I can scroll down through the file, and we have a sticky overview of the entire file that is here. So because this code file can get quite long, this is going to be kind of like a skeleton overview. And the main thing that we need this for is not for this file. So this file has linter messages and notices at the top, but some of these files, like this common.js file right here, you can see that there's an orange highlight and an icon, and that means that there's some messages, there's a warning in here. So if we load this file, we don't see anything at the top to indicate there's a warning. And so right now we have this orange bar right here in the overview that will tell you that there's a warning somewhere in this file. And this is where it is. It's down here, like near the bottom. So if I scroll a little bit, like I was saying before, this stays nice and sticky right there. And then you can just, as you might imagine, click on that bar to jump down to see where the message is. And so this is definitely very much not done. You could see over here that on the left, we completely lost files, and that's just really not helpful at all. That's something we're probably going to make this kind of sticky too, and it's still working out some details on that. But anyway, so this is just the overview that we have now to navigate to navigate linter messages, and also in the future, this is probably going to be useful for things like when there's going to be comments in various parts of a file, but that might also need a little bit of thought. And yeah, so it's like I said, it's sticky right here, and it also, if you resize the screen, it will rebuild itself, and I could even just go really, really small, and it just condenses all the data for the file, and will still let you jump around and get to where you need to go. And yeah, it's just like a rough outline. It's not kind of meant to sort of let you read any of the code, but there's just some kind of shapes in there. And the main thing with that is the reason why there's some shapes of the code is to sort of try to make it a little bit obvious that that's an overview of the file. I'm not totally sure if that's going to be obvious to people, so we might put some sort of indication when you hover over it that maybe says like this is an overview of the file, but we'll see. we'll see. We'll get some feedback from reviewers. So that's pretty much it for this overview feature. I was trying to ping Bob. I don't know if he's around now. So Bob worked on, I guess I'll just, let me see. Yeah, there's nothing on the agenda, so I'm just going to keep going. So Bob working on the keyboard shortcuts that the reviewers depended on quite heavily in the old tool, just to help them move a lot faster. And I don't know if he showed this last time or not. I don't think he did. And we have a way to move up a file quite quickly. And this loaded a file. It wasn't obvious, and it should have scrolled to the top, which I think would be a little bit more clear. And so that's sort of something that's still in the works. We don't have support for viewing images yet. I just navigated to an image. But let me go down to a text file. So again, this tree is not very helpful in the current state of things, but basically I'm using the keyboard to navigate between files. And I can also collapse the file tree, which you didn't see because it scrolled off the screen, but I collapse the file tree, and then I can also open up all folders with the keyboard. And this specific example is a little intense because there's all these locales, but maybe with like a smaller add-on that would be useful. Basically, I just opened up all the folders. Yeah. So that's it, unless I'm forgetting something. Yeah, thanks.
I got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
First, I see that from the last time, I think, was it Matt or Will that showed the first version? I don't remember. There was Okay. There was no keyboard shortcuts at the time. I see that now there's some of them that are implemented, but next and previous difference is missing. Is this something that will get implemented further along the way?
Yeah. So the compare view is not this screen right here. So this is the screen of sort of just browsing the version directly. And so we have that in the queue, and we also have like showing and hiding the tree. And I would guess that going to next and previous diff. Well, actually, wait. Let me just ask the question. So, is that different than going from like the next and previous file diff view?
Yes, it is. Like right now, when we compare two versions, I can simply press N, and it just jumps from files to files exactly where there's only changes between two versions.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. So that's something that we will have, and I'm wondering actually if maybe it's there already. Maybe not. So yeah, no, it's not. Okay, right. So right now it's going up and down a file, which doesn't really help you in that view. So yeah, we'll definitely be working on that. I suspect that's a little bit more important than like showing and hiding the tree. So I'll make sure we do that one next. Yeah.
Okay. I guess, is it in the queue as well to do some kind of a link or a keyboard shortcut to do code beautify as well?
That's in there somewhere. Yeah. I don't know. Like if we're basically trying to get this first version out like the end of April or sooner, and so it might not be in there, but yeah, that's something that's in the queue.
All right. Seems good so far. Great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, super great. Okay, I think now's the part of the meeting where I call for any other demos. We'll give folks maybe a couple of seconds, maybe a
Yeah. Well,
minute.
I can show you the new unsubscribe page on AMO. It's probably a page you will never see. So.
It's, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Show us the new unsubscribe page. I'm curious what that's all about.
Can you see my screen now? Yeah. All right. So this is it. It's basically the page from the link in the emails we send to developers. So those emails are sent when a new review is left on an add-on and things like this. And at the bottom there is an unsubscribe link, and that's basically the new page for that. That page was missing before. So it was defaulting to the old add-on server code, and now we have a new page for that, so that the old page and the old code can be removed in add-on frontend, add-on server, I mean. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's not very fancy, but...
So what kind of emails can the developers unsubscribe from this? Just review notifications?
Let me check.
If you look at the profile page, it should show you which...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to do. Maybe I can show it again. So there are a few notifications there.
Yeah.
Some of them we cannot unsubscribe, but most of them we could, probably. There are also notifications no one will receive anymore, I think. Like the compatibility upgrade, I don't know.
Yeah.
So those notifications, basically. Some of them, not all of them, but I don't remember which one is required.
Like code reviews is probably mandatory. They cannot unsubscribe to code reviews like rejects, right?
Yeah, Andrews knows. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, very nice. So they hit a page now and they unsubscribe, and it looks nice. Very cool. When's that going live?
In 1 hour.
Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, and I've already gone through and got rid of the old code on add-on server as of today, so there's less old templates going on there.
Okay.
So the new page better work.
So the new page.
Yeah, otherwise we're in trouble. No pressure, Will.
Yeah, no pressure.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Will. I'm just looking at the faces in this meeting. Mark, do you have anything interesting going on that you'd like to share?
I've been working on about add-ons, but it's not really done.
Okay.
I could show something if you wanted.
Sure.
All right. Let me just make sure that this is not totally broken from my local build. Yeah, it looks fine.
I mean, if you want, after that, I can show the VPAC for static themes, but like, I press the button, but you don't really see much because it looks exactly the same as before. It's like it just rewrites the manifest properties, so it's not very exciting.
It sounds like a good time.
Mark, just Mark, I was just curious, is the About Add-ons implemented in React now, like some of the newer pages?
No.
Not yet, okay.
That would make things much more convenient, I would say. There's some stuff in Firefox and React, but it didn't seem appropriate, I guess, to make About Add-ons in React. So it's all web components. So this is the new list view. It's mostly the same as the old one, except the options are now in the More Options menu, which I think shows up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So if you disable things, they now go to the bottom. I used to have an animation for it, but I accidentally deleted the code. So maybe I'll have time to add that back in. And then private browsing now shows up with this little badge. So if I say I want this to run in private browsing, you can see that it gets this little private browsing badge, which is a bit nicer. That's mostly it. Themes are in here. If I install one with a preview, those are still there. So theme previews are still there. That's mostly it. This doesn't, I updated the plugin stuff, but it's not in this branch. So you now get a remove dialog instead of undo. But yeah, that's the new About Add-ons in HTML. Hopefully we'll be able to kill a decent amount of Zool and Zibble stuff from Firefox pretty soon.
So this was one of the last pages?
I think it was one of the last ones that has like custom Zibble stuff in it. So I think Zibble is like web components for Zool, sort of. And we have like the sidebar elements, like each one of those is basically a custom element that handles not a whole lot of logic, but like on the old About Add-ons, like each row, each add-on card was its own Zibble component, and it was like custom for that. Whereas most of the other stuff would be like, you want to have, you know, like a generic list box would be a component. So I think those ones have been replaced with generic web components. But yeah, we're one of the last ones with like custom stuff in it.
It's looking good. Maybe we'll see another iteration of it next month.
Yeah, it's supposed to be done in a few weeks, so.
Very cool. All right.
Hopefully it is. And then there should be the disco pane getting rolled in to About Add-ons as well. We're using some of those cards. I think Rob just started on that. And then Luca's been working on abuse reporting. So he's got most of the front end stuff stood up for that. Just needs to go through review and make sure it's all integrated properly with AMO.
All right. Very nice. Okay. All right. So Andrew, do you want to tell really quickly your manifest repackaging for static themes?
Sure. Yeah. Well, all the static themes at the moment that we generated from the lightweight themes actually use properties which are going to be deprecated in Firefox 69, which is going to move to lightly in a few weeks. So we are repacking them all. We are rewriting the manifest to change the properties to be the undeprecated ones, which are basically the Chrome compatible properties. And yeah, we're doing all that, and then obviously the updates will get pushed out to Firefox as normal. I'm hoping to do all this before 69 is on central master or whatever it's called. So users on nightly will continue to have working themes rather than suddenly have a broken theme. I don't actually know. Maybe Mark can expand. If there's properties that are deprecated in 69, does it happen automatically? Like, is it some kind of automatic thing, or someone actually have to go through and take out the support for them?
I think we just like set a flag in the schemas in Firefox, and then they start getting deprecation warnings in the console.
Yeah, but that's what happened. I mean, it's the warnings have been there for a while, and it was kind of the warning said it was going to get finally taken out in 69. So, but does it actually happen automatically, or?
No, I think someone's gonna have to go and delete the code, basically. Or I guess just
Okay.
remove it from the schema. But then that should automatically show up in the linter as well, if we delete it from the schema.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're hoping to actually have more repacks and updates available before 69 is actually our thing. So at that point, you just be able to just take out the old code and it won't affect anything. So yeah, it's not a particularly exciting task, but it's about 500,000 themes again.
Yeah. Are you aware of the like performance issue with really big theme images?
Dirst has talked to me about it, yeah, but I'm not sure anything we can really do on our side.
Okay. Yeah, I think basically we had something in there for lightweight themes that would like take the image, put it in a canvas, and then take it out of a canvas, and somehow that was better.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of easy when
Web
with lightweight
extension
themes because
themes
you could
don't
kind of
have
crop it
that
to the screen width or something.
hack.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should probably add that hack back in.
So our Melanie, who's working on Firefox Color, the deprecated themes are something that I think she's going to have to deal with pretty soon. If she has any questions, is it okay if I send her over to talk to you about it, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't actually know what Firefox Color generates, if it generates deprecated properties or not. Yeah.
I think it does. So it generates a dynamic theme that looks like a static theme, and I think
Oh, does
somebody
it?
caught.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think that somebody caught a warning on deprecated properties. I think when they were taking their Firefox color theme and publishing it on AMO. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the dynamic one is because it's one thing, but the thing it generates is probably more of an issue because they need to be able to, once it's generated,
Yeah.
the user's not going to know how to update it. Ideally that should be fixed sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. All right, I'll talk to Melanie about that. Maybe she can start tackling that next week. Okay, cool. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to share or talk about?
Sure, I can jump in as well.
Go for it.
For the past month, I've learned how to use the AMO v4 API to play around it and search for malwares. And I've learned how to create extension block requests to help Philip and Andreas to get those blocks further around the process. So yeah, that's what I've did for the past month, and did some reviews as well.
Nice.
So what kind of ways were you searching for malware? Were you looking for patterns or strings?
Maybe I shouldn't talk in publicly how I find those with the API. I can send you direct messages
Probably
on
true.
RRC, but it's simple, but still it helps find a lot of malwares quickly. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks so much, Sylvain.
No problem.
Okay, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Really great seeing all of your faces. Enjoy the rest of your week and the time off if you're taking some time off, and we'll see you next month. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right.